about 5 months ago. And when I met with Jeff and Helen, and there was them and I at a meeting, I decided I wanted to get this for my wife. And she's told me I'm not going to say anything, but she has had a similar experience with her diabetes. Her blood sugars after about a week and a half came down 45 points. And incredible. Her digestive system is better. Her pain is somewhat less. And she told me Sunday, she said, look, for the first time in 10 years, she can make a fist. And if nothing else happened, that would be worth everything to me. But we also have a grandson who has a severe case of Tourette syndrome. And those of you who know what Tourette is, it's tics. When he was young, he actually squealed along with the tics. They've medicated him through the years, finally got through the squeal part. He's 20 years old. He went to serve an LDS mission. Along with the tics comes anxiety, and the doctors put him on Zoloft. One of the side effects of Zoloft is tics. So it actually increased the problem. He had to come home. He's been home for 5 months, hoping to go back at the end of this month. They said, if you can get your anxiety and things back in shape, we want you back. We want you back in this mission. 3.5 months ago, I put him on MMF. In 2.5 weeks, his parents weaned him off Zoloft. And he's off all of his medication. He was in our home about a month ago, spent the whole Sunday afternoon with us, not one tick. In fact, he told me other than if he's sitting watching a computer screen or really excited about something, his tics are totally gone. And he says, Grandpa, I will never be without this. This is priceless. We have the obligation to share it.
Just to give you a little information on my background, I've been a nurse for 23 years. I was born with congenital heart disease. I've had 4 open hearts. In 2007, I went into heart failure, and they found out I had cardiomyopathy. I had no blood circulation. My heart function was down in the 20s, and got on a regimen of medications, and the doctor said, hopefully we'll bide you 10 years, and sent me home. Just recently, they ended up putting a defibrillator in me in case I went into cardiac arrest. And as I've aged, I've gotten worse, and because of all my open heart surgeries, I've had severe pain through my back, my legs, intolerable pain in my legs. So when she brought this to me, a friend of mine, Kathy, she says, try this. And I looked at her and I said, I have nothing to lose.
It's okay. That's good.
My last appointment with my cardiologist, I was in VTAC for 15 beats. And that's right before you go into cardiac arrest. I don't do this.
We're here for you.
Anyway, I asked him, when does the defibrillator kick in? He says, on the 16th beat if we can't pace you out of it with your pacemaker. My comment to him was, I hope I die before that happens, because I've been shocked. I don't have enough fingers and toes to count how many times I've been shocked. I asked him, what do I do? And he goes, live your life. I turned 50 this year. I started the MMF 2 weeks ago. I'm on my 3rd packet. I no longer have the severe pain. My kidney functions were out of whack because I was taking so much ibuprofen. They weren't functioning. I no longer take ibuprofen, once in a while with Tylenol. But the day I took it, my daughter asked me if I was on amphetamines. Because I'm the girl that comes home from work, it's all I can do to get through a day, and I hit my bed. On the weekends, I don't go out. And since MMF, I no longer take naps. I have so much energy, I feel like I'm on speed. But I'm here to tell everyone this has changed my life. I'm not usually booby. I did go through some of the detox, and but I knew deep down inside my internal, everything felt great. I had never felt better in my whole entire life. I didn't know what normal was. I've never been normal. So if I can spread the word and get it out, how much it's changed my life, I'm there. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Dr. Milton Carroll. I'm helping Suzanne out with a quick explanation of MMF and how it works. This is a military supplement. It was designed by the military to help soldiers hit their peak health and maintain it regardless of the conditions that they're in, the toxic environments. It's designed to reduce oxidative stress. And I personally am an Ironman triathlete. I compete in Ironmans, I compete in marathons, and one of the problems that you get with any kind of sports is increased damage on a cellular level due to oxidative stress. That's when you're burning so much energy when you're exercising that it's causing free radicals. And that actually damages the proteins in your muscles. And that's what makes it so that you have to have recovery periods so that you can heal and get stronger. One of the things that the military supplement does is it actually reduces that time because it keeps you from having the oxidative damage and stress on a cellular level. In September, I did the Ironman in Maryland. It's 140.6 miles long. It took me 12 and a half hours to complete it. I took the supplement during the whole entire race. I took 2 before the race, 2 after the 2.5 mile swim, 2 after mile 56 of the bike ride, and then 2 when I finished the bike ride at 112 miles. And then I was supposed to take 2 more at mile 13 of the marathon, and I forgot those. And that's actually when my race started falling apart, when my muscles started cramping, when I just had no more energy left. And it was difficult, but the neat thing is after the race was over, I took some more, and then the next day I went back to my regular dosage, which was 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and it only took me 3 days to completely recover from an Ironman race. Normally it's about 4 to 5 weeks to recover from that much strenuous activity because of the tear down and the damage that occurs to your muscles and your system during that race. So the recovery aspect of this is going to increase dramatically if you're taking the military supplement. It was designed specifically to do that sort of thing for soldiers who are under that kind of stress day in and day out when they're on the battlefield. I'm also a veteran, so I understand that side of it and what the soldiers go through as being a veteran, and I guarantee you that this is the best supplement on the market that was designed by the military to do this. You're not going to find anything else like it.
My name is Elsie Tupo. I live in Fontana, California. I've been on the product now since September of 2014. I'm a diabetic. That's one of my major issues in my health, is being a diabetic. First things that I noticed when I took the MMF is my vision improved. I used to need glasses to read, but I don't anymore. My neuropathy in my feet has been not cleared, but much, much better. And so, and my sugar level has really dropped tremendously. I used to be around 200 in the morning. I'm now at about 120 when I get up and take my sugar. So that's what MMF and Energy, and I've lost about 30 pounds also with it. So it's a great product. So if you take it and try it, and maybe it might work for you. But it's a great product. Thank you.
Okay, my daughter has lupus.
You know what I mean?
So the top of her head, there was no hair. And then she has all her ankles and her little fingers all hurting. She has red patches on her eyes and her hand. And she took this for a week, and all of the pain went away. And her hair is about 2 inches long, growing back. And so she's doing fine. My husband, in October, he was told by his heart doctor he needs surgery because 2 of his arteries are blocking up. One was 94%, one was 84%. In February, we went back for an MRI, but my husband started taking it in January. And in February, when we went back there, he took the MRI. We came back 2 weeks ago. The doctor called and said, "What did your husband do different? Both arteries opened. He doesn't need the surgery." So my husband is not taking anything else except MMF. So it was a miracle because I didn't know this thing can do that. You know, they have to have surgery to have it done. And then other than that, it's working. I'm going to get the documents from the doctor to show the pictures and everything that what happened to my husband. So that's a real thing. But thanks to MMF.
My name is Cecilia Harmon, and I was first introduced to MMF by my girlfriend Helen Ashby. Helen knew my health conditions because she had lived at my house for a while, and we have been friends for quite a while. And I have a lot of problems with my energy levels. I could hardly get out of bed. I was always thinking that if I would go to sleep and wake up that I would feel better, but I didn't. My energy levels just didn't return. I was tired all the time. I was in constant pain. My pain levels were real high, and I had really high inflammatory levels. My legs would swell from my job, standing on my feet for a long time, and I'd have to be off of my legs for about a whole day just to get my legs to go down and my blood vessels, you know, to shrink back again. My doctor told me that he could see the goiter from my thyroid by just looking at me from across the room. And then I was just in a lot of pain. I would have Herxheimer reactions where my skin would burn and you couldn't touch me. I could gain 20 pounds or lose overnight because my body would just swell up and my skin would just burn. And when you would touch me, it was really sensitive and my nerves were just really inflamed. So anyways, Helen called me and she said, "I'm sending you some vitamins that I want you to take." And I said, "Oh, don't tell me it's an MLM." And she goes, "Well, it is." And I'm like, "Oh God, what are you trying to get me involved in?" You know. And so she says, "Well, I'm sending them to you, and I want you to try them. I really love you. I really want you to get better." I'm like, "Okay, I'll try them." So the first 4 days that I took them, I took 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and I had so much more energy, and I knew that I was gonna like run out of them, so I started just taking 2 a day after that. By the end of 10 days, which my packet was gone, I called her and I said, "How do I sign up? I have to have these." It had made such a difference in my life that I knew that it was something that I needed. And then I couldn't help it. I just started telling people about how I was feeling and about these new vitamins, you know, and how good they were. And then people started asking me about them, and it was so easy. It was the easiest thing that I've ever done, because it just came so natural to want to share something that made you feel so good, you know, with someone else. And I don't even look at it like sales, because to me it's sharing something that improves the quality of life. And that's, to me, is what life is all about. I've always been in the health field, and I have always wanted to have enough money to buy all the vitamins and everything that I needed to keep myself healthy. And this is just an amazing product. I thank God for it, and I just want to share it with everyone.
Hi, my name is Taita Olive, and I am Polynesian. And when I heard about MMF, I really did not want to take it, but because my friend gave it to me, I went ahead and took it. So my very first week that I was taking it, I felt great, but then I really didn't notice anything except for energy. I had a lot of energy that I didn't know what to do with my energy. But after 3 months, I noticed something was going on with me, and that was my arthritis. Arthritis was going away, and I also noticed the doctor told me that I could die from bladder infection because I had an accident 16 years ago that the doctor told me I would constantly have it. So I did. I constantly had it, and every time I had it, I have to go to the emergency to get shot and given some antibiotic. And so I was very afraid of that, because I do not believe in medication. I believe in natural. So I've been looking and looking, finally got this thing, and I noticed after 3 months I haven't had any acute with bladder infection. So after 6 months, I noticed I was wearing heels and my foot braces were off too. I had an accident 16 years ago, going on 17. And 16th year, I took off my foot brace, and I'm wearing high heels now that I could never have ever, taken my foot braces off.
My name is Dr. Gabrielle Hodson. I'm a professional nutritionist. I work in Utah, and I have been studying and researching and learning about nutrition and the benefits of nutritionally changing your life for more than 35 years. I very recently stumbled across the program of military micronutrient formulation program that I have been extremely impressed with. I took it for about 2 weeks and felt tremendously, remarkably increased energy and slept like a baby. Things that I thought I didn't need. I was very healthy and felt really great. What I didn't know was, looking underneath, I had a subdural hematoma that was pressing on my brain. And it was old, and I, unfortunately, after about a week, went into the hospital with a very severe headache, and they discovered that this hematoma was causing severe pressure. And I had to then undergo 2 surgeries within a period of a week, because the first surgeon made it worse. So after 2 surgeries and a lot of anesthesia and drugs, morphine, and nothing but sugar water in my IVs, I was extremely grateful that I was on the MMF program, that I continued taking the military micronutrient formulation while I was in the hospital. And as a result, I am now only 2.5 weeks out of surgery and doing very well, back to full-time work, feeling increasing energy every day. And I know that the reason I'm alive today is because of MMF. I am so grateful that I found it. It is a very pure, concentrated source of food that does make our bodies heal rapidly. So I urge all of you to join it and try it.